40 years ago, Chin Corporation only had one office and 3 people. Today, 40 years later, thank you all for standing with Chin Corporation. We finally made it. Call the cops. Hurry, call the police. Chairman Chin. Chairman Chin fell from the building. Understood. Chin Group Tower. I'm on my way. You got here fast, Inspector. Blunt force trauma to the back of the head, not caused by the fall. The edges of the wound are clean. It was there before he fell. He was struck first, then went over the edge. There are clothing fibers on the railing from the victim's suit. And this chair, take a blood sample and run a match. President Chin, please tell me exactly where you were tonight between 9 and 10 o'clock. I left the banquet hall at 9:30 and went straight to the top floor. What were you doing on the top floor? Looking for him. I knew he would go to the roof. And why were you looking for him? We got into an argument. What happened between you two? Personal matters. Nothing to do with the case. Are those marks on the back of your hand from the argument, President Chin? He grabbed me right before he fell. President Chin, I need you to stay in the building tonight to cooperate with the investigation. I'll be verifying every single word you just said. The following is the final will and testament of Mr. Chin Boyuan. It has been duly notarized and holds full legal effect. All shares of the Chin Group will be inherited by his biological daughter. The identity of this daughter has never been previously disclosed. What? An illegitimate daughter? Since when did he have a secret daughter? Lawyer Liu, exactly when was this will drawn up? 1 month ago. Signed in person by Mr. Chin himself 1 month ago. He must have been forced into this. This is a fake. I don't believe it. Inspector Jiang, please wait. Inspector, who benefits the most from this will? It's not me and my son. It's him, Inspector. He murdered my husband. You need to investigate him. Ma'am, thank you for the information. We will uncover the truth. And please continue to cooperate with our investigation. Just you wait. It'll all be mine sooner or later. Xiao Chen, pull up the banquet hall entrance footage from 9 to 10 o'clock. 9:15. He said he left at 9:30. That's a 15-minute difference. He claimed he went straight to the top floor, switched to the 32nd floor corridor. He stayed on the 32nd floor for 20 minutes. Captain, look at this. At 9:25, this person came in through the side door. And from 9:26 onwards, the footage for the side door and the first floor lobby was completely wiped. It wasn't a glitch. Someone deleted it on purpose. He told 3 lies. The time, his route, and this woman. Inspector, you should have made an appointment. Murder investigations don't need appointments. You said you left the banquet hall at 9:30. The security footage shows 9:15. You claimed you went straight to the top floor, but you went to the 32nd floor first. Half an hour before the murder, this woman entered the building, and then the footage was manually wiped. I just remembered the time wrong. I apologize. The 32nd floor is my private office. Do I really need to explain going to my own office? And the security footage? Who deleted it? That, I don't know. I'm going to find out exactly what you're hiding. How does Mr. Chin usually operate around the office? Mr. Chin is incredibly efficient in everything he does. He demands absolute precision with data. But, how should I put it? He's pretty hard to get close to. What about privately? Does he have any friends? Never seen any. He never shows up to team dinners. And he never talks about his personal life. Everyone at work says Mr. Chin doesn't seem to have a single weakness. Aunt Wang, how long did Qin Yanxing live here? 3 years. He came when he was 5, and was taken away by Mr. Chin when he was 8. That poor boy barely said a word. He always kept to himself. The day he was adopted, he didn't bring a single thing. Well, except for a hairpin. He said it belonged to a friend, and he just had to take it with him. Was this friend a kid from the orphanage? Probably. There were so many kids back then. Kids were constantly coming and going. I honestly can't remember exactly who it was. Got it, Aunt Wang. Thank you so much for your time today. Detective Jiang, please have some tea. I picked out this lovely spot just for us. Madam, you said you had crucial evidence. This company cannot fall into the hands of an outsider. It's time to clean house. This is a recording from exactly 1 month before he passed. He was going to kick Qin Yanxing out of the group. If he had found out, what do you think he would have done? Madam, in what setting was this recording made? A private one. Who was he talking to? Exactly when? Does any of that matter? What matters is his stance on the issue. Madam, an out-of-context recording holds 0 weight in court. You should know this better than I do. With all due respect. Your marriage to Mr. Chin was essentially just a business alliance. Am I wrong? If the will is declared invalid, the primary beneficiary would be your son. Are you offering this in the name of justice or for your son's sake? Detective, you're going to regret not standing on the right side. I'm only on the side of truth. Just, you all wait. Detective, come on in and have a drink. Mr. Chin, just get straight to the point. My dad? Do you have any idea how he treated me? Ever since I was a kid, he looked at me like I was absolute trash. He tossed aside his own flesh and blood to favor a stray bastard he picked off the streets. And now look. He even left the inheritance to some illegitimate daughter who popped out of nowhere. You didn't call me here today just to vent, did you? Qin Yanxing manipulated that will. Everyone around my dad answers to him. He's the one who killed my dad. He even bought off Attorney Liu. Do you have any proof? Proof? Why would I even need proof? If he hadn't rigged the whole thing, how could my dad's inheritance possibly fall into the hands of a bastard daughter nobody even knows about? Mr. Chin, if you're just here to whine, I'm done wasting my time. Detective, find that illegitimate daughter. Maybe then we can actually uncover the truth. Everyone has a motive. Everyone is lying. Captain, the fingerprint match from the guardrail is back. It doesn't belong to the victim. And it's not Qin Yanxing's either. Right, it belongs to a third person. There's no match in the database. There was someone else on the rooftop with them. Xiao Chen, pull the fingerprint samples of everyone who went in and out of the building that night. Yes, sir. On it right now. Come in. Detective Jiang, we meet again. Attorney Liu, we need the core corporation to cooperate with the fingerprint sweep. Everyone who entered or exited the building on the night of the murder, including upper management. Detective, I'm afraid we cannot comply with that request. Give me a reason. It violates the personal privacy of hundreds of our executives and employees. Without a court-issued search warrant, this is considered harassment. Attorney Liu, this is a homicide investigation. No one is above the law. Detective, once you actually get a court order, I will gladly cooperate. Attorney Liu, we'll get the warrant. What's he so afraid of? Don't look into him. How did you get in here? He shouldn't be dragged into this. This is the original backup of the deleted security footage you sent over. What you need to do is clear his name, not go after him. Why? Who are you covering for this time? Someone whose name shouldn't even be in the case files. Trust me, just this once. Do you know him? I don't know him. Have you seen this man? Haven't seen him around here. Sorry, never seen him. Don't know him. No, that's impossible. Mom. Bubbles? Wait for me. Ha 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 ha. Mom, it tickles. Ha ha ha. Mom, look, he's so soft. You're still alive. Mom, I swear I'll find you this time. Tang Tang. Mom. Mom has to go somewhere far away. You have to take good care of yourself, you hear me? No, Mom, please don't go. Here, take this. It belongs to Mom. Just look at it whenever you miss me. Mom will always love you. There's a good kid. Come with Auntie now. I want my mom. Tang Tang. It's all Mom's fault. Please don't be mad at Mom. Be a good kid, stop crying, okay? Mom, I miss you so much. What's your name? It doesn't matter anymore. You're leaving? Yeah. Take this with you. That way, you won't forget me. You've known who I am, right from the start. That woman in the security footage is my mother. She never died. You've seen her, haven't you? Answer me. The night of the murder, she came looking for Chin Boywan. What did she want with him? I don't know why she came. But I do know she isn't the killer. How can you be so sure? Because the man she went to see was the man she had loved for 30 years. Tell me everything. From the beginning. 30 years ago, your mother was Chin Boywan's lover. When she got pregnant, Fang Jinshu used her family's power to threaten her, forced her to leave, and warned her to never show her face again. So she had me all by herself. She raised you all on her own until you were 6. But the Fang family tracked her down again. So she chose to fake her own death. She forged a death certificate, cut off all contact, changed her name, and just watched you grow up from afar. Qin Boyuan had been searching for her all these years. A month ago, he finally found her. He actually found her, and then what? And then he died. Your mother asked me to give this to you. She said, if you ever found out the truth one day, I should hand this over. Please forgive your mother's cowardice. No matter what happens, don't hate him. He was just completely powerless. Where is my mother now? She disappeared right after the murder. What exactly did she witness? I'm looking for him too. If you find any clues, tell me right away. Not as a suspect, but as I'll find him. You know, Chief Liu, I have a situation to report. I might have a conflict of interest in the Qin Boyuan case. Evidence suggests I might be the victim's biological daughter. Sit down. Tell me everything. Based on these circumstances, I'm requesting to be taken off the case. Is there any direct evidence proving your identity right now? No DNA match yet, only circumstantial evidence. You're the one who knows this case best right now, and there's no hard proof of a direct conflict of interest. Keep working on it, but you must remain absolutely objective. Understood? I need to find Mom and catch the killer. Looking to buy some flowers, miss. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm looking for Ling Yun. Is she around? How do you know Ling Yun? I'm a distant relative of hers. We haven't been in touch for a long time. Ling Yun suddenly took an extended leave about a month ago. She said she had to go meet someone really important. And then? Has she been back since? I can't even reach her on the phone. It's like she just vanished into thin air. Lingyun is such a good person. She's worked here for years now. But I always got the feeling she was hiding something. Thank you so much. If she comes back, please ask her to contact me. These are from my adoptive father's private safe. The 5 billion account only has 1/3 left. Lu Zhengming managed this account for my adoptive father for 30 years. Every single transaction went through his hands. Where did all that money go? I don't know. But my adoptive father noticed the discrepancy a week before he died. He told me, "We have to get to the very bottom of this." And then he just died. 30 years, 3 billion. This case is way more complicated than I thought. For 30 years, he's been secretly paying him. He was the one handling the money. He knew about Lingyun. He knew about me too. He knew all the secrets. Detective Jiang, thanks for making the time. Please, have a seat. Lawyer Liu, why did you want to see me? How's the investigation going? Is there anything I can help you with? The investigation is moving along just fine. If we need your help, we'll let you know. Any new updates on Qin Yanxing? That man is incredibly dangerous. You need to be careful, detective. I'll let the evidence tell me who's dangerous. Detective? I get the feeling that you have some sort of special connection to this case. Lawyer Liu. What exactly are you implying? Nothing. Just thinking out loud. Don't mind me. Thanks for the tea, Lawyer Liu. But I have work to do. You're very smart, Detective Jiang. It's just a shame. Notification regarding the forensic evidence analysis for the Chin Boyuan case. The previously submitted audio recording has undergone technical analysis. Multiple traces of editing were found. It is deemed invalid as evidence. You're helping him. I only stand with the truth. Boss, the real show is just getting started. An accountant from the Chin Group's finance department has died in an accident. Brake failure, missing security footage, and the investigation was forcefully shut down. 30 years ago, he already had blood on his hands. I'm investigating the Chin Boyuan case, and it led me to a cold case from 30 years ago. You were the one in charge of that accountant's car crash case back then. That case was closed years ago. Mr. Chin Boyuan is dead. I suspect the exact same person did it. I see. Something wasn't right about that case. That accountant didn't die by accident. The pressure was just too intense back then. The higher-ups pulled some strings to drop it.
查不下去。
I've been hiding this for 30 years. It has his signature right on it. Thank you, Mr. Zhou. This time, I'm going to investigate this to the very end. Yun, I'm so sorry for making you bear all of this alone. Yutang got into the police academy this year. I'm so incredibly proud. At the gala next week, I'm going to announce everything. I can finally acknowledge you both, out in the open. 30 years ago, Qin Boyuan set up a secret account. Liu Zhengming was given full authority over it. Over those 30 years, more than 3 billion was embezzled. Just 1 month ago, Qin Boyuan tracked down Ling Yun. He was planning to announce the existence of his illegitimate daughter at the gala. He was preparing to completely redistribute his inheritance. The following is the final will and testament of Mr. Qin Boyuan. It has been officially notarized and holds full legal effect. All shares of the Qin Group shall be inherited by his biological daughter. Redistributing the inheritance meant a massive financial audit. The moment that audit began, 30 years of corruption would be completely exposed. Total ruin. Rotting in a prison cell for life. Silencing him with murder was his only way out. The motive is solid. But motive isn't enough. I need hard evidence. How did you get in here? The receptionist recognized me. I told her I was here to cooperate with the investigation. 3 years ago, he forged his adoptive father's signature to transfer the assets. Why are you helping me? You know exactly why. Are you leaving? Take this with you. That way, you'll never forget me. Captain Jiang, the court just approved the new warrant. We've pulled everyone's fingerprints. Running the comparisons now. Wait a second. Captain Jiang. This result stays strictly between you and me.
明白。
The fingerprint proves he was at the scene, but it doesn't prove he's the killer. Right now, we're missing 2 things. Direct evidence. And my mother. Sir, on this exact night last month, you picked up a female passenger. I remember. It was pretty late that night. She hailed me from the side of the road. Where did she go? She just got out and walked off. I have no idea where she went after that. Mom, where on earth did you go? Some things, you just have to find the answers to yourself. The fingerprints are confirmed to be his. We can arrest him now. The print only proves he was at the scene. He could just claim he went up to the rooftop on the day of the ceremony. It's a completely reasonable excuse. Spooking him now will only make him destroy the evidence. I need him to confess it himself. We set a trap. Force him to expose himself. What's your plan? There's a special board meeting next week. If I announce an audit on the secret accounts during the meeting, he won't be able to sit still. It's risky. He's no ordinary guy. We need a flawless plan. Detective Jiang, we meet again. Lawyer Liu, if you have business here, please register at the front desk. I'm just here to cooperate with the investigation. Ready whenever you call. Lawyer Liu, please state your exact whereabouts on the night of the crime. I've already told you. I went straight home after the celebration. Inspector, no matter how many times you ask, my answer won't change. Inspector, I believe I've mentioned something to you before. You seem to have a rather special connection to this case. If the media found out you were Qin Boyuan's illegitimate daughter, do you really think you could stay on this case? That wouldn't be very good for your career, now would it, Lawyer Liu? My background is none of your concern. You, on the other hand, have plenty to worry about. He didn't come here to cooperate with the investigation. He's here to test the waters, to see exactly how much I know. The more desperate you act, the more it proves I'm getting closer to the truth. What you just said constitutes a threat against a law enforcement officer. Care to explain yourself? You must be joking, Inspector. It was merely a friendly warning. He's going to get even more unhinged. But the more reckless he gets, the more mistakes he'll make. The reason I called this press conference today is to announce a shocking truth. My late father, Qin Boyuan's will explicitly mentioned an illegitimate daughter. After a thorough investigation, we have officially confirmed her identity. And that person is none other than Inspector Jiang Yutang, the lead detective on my father's case. You saw the news? I saw it. The higher-ups just called. Until the public outrage dies down, your investigation is suspended. Lu Zhengming, you got the chaos you wanted. But this game is far from over. Given that your true identity has been exposed, the public is seriously questioning the integrity of this investigation. The department has decided to suspend you pending an internal review. Do you have any actual proof that I violated protocol? Not at the moment. My family background does not affect my judgment. Until you have hard evidence of misconduct, I absolutely refuse to drop this case. We are at a critical stage in the investigation. Changing leadership at the last minute will severely jeopardize the investigation. I suggest we let Detective Jiang stay in charge. We can set up an oversight team to monitor the entire process. That's fine. But Detective Jiang will face the consequences for any rules she breaks. Detective Jiang, or should I say Miss Jiang now? Speaking of which, you're practically a member of the Qin family now. Just a small token of my appreciation. We're going to be family from now on. Miss Fang, I don't accept gifts. Please leave. Jiang Yutang, I need to talk to you. Lu Zhengming was the one who made me hold that press conference. I suspect he's hiding something. We can work together. You help me get the inheritance, and I'll help you solve the case. Qin Zimo, I don't make deals. Detective Jiang, or should I say Miss Jiang? I was sent here on behalf of the Qin Group's board of directors. The board believes that as old Mr. Qin's flesh and blood, you're fully entitled to your share of the inheritance. We fully support you. All I want is the truth. No money, no shares. And absolutely no favors from anyone. Everyone is placing their bets. But I am not a bargaining chip. Yutang, it's Mom. Mom? Yeah, I saw the news. I'm so sorry. I've been nothing but a burden to you my whole life. Where are you? I'm coming to get you. No, please don't come. They're looking for me. Who's looking for you? Anyone who knows too much is in grave danger. Mom, tell me where you are. I'll protect you. Yutang, just focus on protecting yourself. Hearing your voice is more than enough for me. The number you have dialed is currently powered off. Mom? Take your time. I'm listening. Xiao Tang. I still have more to say. That night, Bo Yuan asked to meet me on the roof. He said he was ready to reveal everything at the celebration. We talked about so many things. Things left unsaid for 30 years. Then, Lu Zhengming suddenly showed up. He confronted Bo Yuan, asking why he was auditing the accounts. The two of them started arguing. It got more and more heated. I had never seen them so out of control. Ah! I watched him get dragged off the edge with my own eyes. I was terrified. I ran away. I was too scared to call the cops. Nobody would believe what a dead person had to say. Mom, I believe you. I believe every single word you say. Xiao Tong, to catch him for Li Boyuan. We have the eyewitness testimony. But to make it admissible in court, I have to find him. Is this the place? Don't worry, my men have been keeping watch. Officer Jiang. Xiao Tong. I'm sorry. Mom has been so useless. I've been hiding for so long. I don't blame you. Mom, I really missed you so much. Aunt Lin. I promised you. I said I'd bring her to see you. Detective Jiang, the rooftop terrain is completely exposed. It's not good for an ambush. He's naturally suspicious. Only in a place like that will he feel like he's in control. Spread the word. Tell them I have the original drafts from 30 years ago. We also have an eyewitness. Lawyer Liu, tonight at 8 o'clock, the top floor of the Qin Tower. Detective Zhang. What could you possibly have to say that couldn't be discussed at the station? That is where old Mr. Qin passed away. I'm giving you a chance to explain yourself. Otherwise, Jiang Yutang, you're just as hard to kill as your mother. Detective Jiang, the wind-up here is much too strong. Can this wind wake up a person's conscience? 30 years ago, the accountant handling the Qin family's books died in a car crash. Lawyer Liu, what about that embezzled $5 billion? You've been setting this up since back then, haven't you? An accusation without evidence. I could sue you for defamation. Then what about the argument you had with old Mr. Qin right here that night? About how he wanted to audit all the books and publicly reveal my identity. I watched him with my own eyes fall to his death. He saw your hands reaching out to push him. Lin Yun, he actually dared to show his face? Qin Boyuan was much too naive. "30 years of trust. And yet he wanted to investigate me over 2 women. I slaved away for him for 30 years. And he wanted to throw me in prison. If I didn't push him, I'd be the one dead. Well, since you're all so eager to die, then go reunite in hell." You've got nowhere to run. Stop resisting. Hands in the air. Xiaolan. Hang in there. Are you crazy? Why did you take that hit for me? This little injury is nothing. When it comes to protecting you, I've always been a fool. Doctor, did it hit the bone? It's quite serious. We need to get back to the hospital. Family, please let go. We need to get in the ambulance. Return to its rightful owner. Detective Tang. Do you really think you've won? Detective Jiang. The seeds Qin Boyuan sowed are still bearing their bitter fruit. The Qin family's secrets run far deeper than you can imagine. Lawyer Liu. Are you going to keep beating around the bush? Detective, with just that flimsy audio recording, the absolute worst you can charge me with is excessive self-defense. That accountant who died in a car crash 30 years ago actually caught on to the dirty tricks you were playing with the secret accounts, didn't he? You killed him, faked the accident, and even used it to blackmail Qin Boyuan, forcing him to hand over 30 years of management rights to you. How did you find out about that accountant? Because justice never misses. And also, Qin Boyuan had suspected you for a long time. He was planning to settle the score with you for good on the day of the anniversary. Ha 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 ha. He wanted to settle the score with me. I worked my fingers to the bone for him for 30 years. That money should have been mine all along. He was the greedy one, wanting to leave absolutely everything to that bastard daughter. Interrogation is over. Your secrets are what really dug your grave. Tell Jiang Yutang to get out here and see me. Who gave you people the nerve to summon me? Madam Fang, about that audio evidence you handed over to me. The voice print analysis results are out. The recording was professionally spliced. You were the one who helped Lu Zhongming fabricate the illusion that Qin Yanxing committed murder. I just wanted to protect my boy. Is that so wrong? That woman stole my husband from me for 30 years, and now you want to come and snatch away my son's inheritance. I won't allow it. You and your mother deserve to rot in the mud. In the eyes of the law, your excuse of protection means absolutely nothing. Fang Jinshu, you are suspected of perjury and harboring a fugitive. You are now officially detained. Zemo. Zemo, save me. Let go of him. Haven't you had enough? Zemo, have you made enough of a scene? Qin Yanxing, are you just here to enjoy the show? I never wanted to kill him. I didn't even want those shares. I just wanted him to look at me, to give me just one word of praise. But he never truly looked at me. He only took me away just because I could help him protect that girl. We are both people that he wronged. For everything in the past, I'm sorry. Mom, is the password your birthday? Yutang, by the time you see this letter, I might already be gone. In this life of mine, the person I wronged the most is your mother. And I didn't have the courage to claim you as my own. I was terrified that those vipers hiding in the dark would come after you. I am leaving everything I have to you, hoping it can somehow make up for my absence. You don't need to forgive me. I just want you to live a happy life. On the day you graduated from the police academy, I stood across the street for 3 hours. Watching you take your oath in that uniform, I felt like my life was completely worth it. Xiao Tong, please forgive Mom's selfishness for not being a part of your life. You were always there, right by my side. I was so afraid of dragging you down with me. I thought, as long as I died, you would be safe. Mom, I'm not afraid of being dragged down. You were the one protecting me before. I'm all grown up now. From now on, I'll be the one protecting you. You're finally here. Any later, and you would have died of boredom. Qingyan Xing, you still owe me an explanation. That day you left the orphanage. Why did you ignore me? I was afraid that if I said goodbye, I would never be able to find you again. Will the witness please take the stand? My name is Lin Yun. I am the sole eyewitness to Qin Boiwan's fatal fall, and the murderer is Lu Zhengming. He threatened me multiple times using a secret account. I stayed silent, only to secretly gather direct evidence that he forged the will. Lu Zhengming, this twisted script you've orchestrated for 30 years, ends right here. I will now read the verdict. The defendant, Lu Zhengming, is found guilty of intentional homicide, forging a will, and embezzlement of public funds. For these combined crimes, he is sentenced to life imprisonment, with a lifelong deprivation of political rights. The defendant, Fang Jinshu, is found guilty of obstruction of justice and is sentenced to 3 years in prison, suspended for 2 years. Inspector Jiang, as Qin Boiwan's daughter, are you satisfied with this verdict? President Qin, Lu Zhengming used to be your most trusted confidant. How do you feel about this now? The truth doesn't care about satisfaction. It only needs to be brought to light. Justice might be late, but it is never absent. Miss Jiang, according to the will and legal procedures, you are now the primary heir to the Egan estate. Yeah, we're talking about 50 billion in assets. Money most people couldn't earn in 100 lifetimes. But out of this 50 billion, how much is tainted by my father's guilt? And how much is soaked in the tears my mother shed over the past 20 years? I officially announce that I am renouncing all my inheritance rights. There are far too many tears and regrets tied up in this wealth. I don't need money to prove that I'm Qin Boiwan's daughter. I only need my mom, and that's enough. Cousin, you're finally back. The case files on your desk are piling up like a mountain. Do I have to change my tune and call you Miss Chin from now on? Just stick to calling me cousin. I've officially resigned from that rich heiress gig. Beautiful work on the case. But please, try not to drag any more arrogant CEOs into your investigations. Our little police department really can't afford to deal with so many big shots. I'll try my best, Captain. Let's grab dinner tonight. Boss Chin, are you trying to butter me up? Consider it basic training for a future husband. Tang, who are you texting? Your face is completely red. Oh, nothing. Just some shameless suspect. Looks like that shameless suspect is gonna become family sooner or later. This foundation will fund orphanages and legal aid programs across the country, so that those forgotten in the dark can finally see the light. Actually, I thought about the name for the foundation for a really long time. Wait, isn't it called the Chin Boy Wan Foundation? I originally wanted to name it the Yutang Foundation, but I was afraid a certain detective might come investigate me again. Tong. He owed you and your mother his entire life. Please, let me make it up to you on his behalf. You don't owe me anything. Jin Yan, I know. But I wanted to spend the rest of my life making things right. Don't ever lose this again. I used to be just a shadow chasing the truth. But from now on, I want to be my own light. And I'll always be right here beside you. To light up your world. Quick, look. Isn't that black SUV Boss Chin's? Who else could it be? He's been waiting out there for at least half an hour. Do you guys not have any work to do? Do you all want to work overtime tonight? Boss Chin, you're really ruining my authoritative image here. Then tomorrow, I'll switch to bringing you breakfast. How about I drop it right on your office desk? Fine. Just go already. As you wish, Detective Jiang. "22 whole years? Mom, you can finally step out and live openly in the light. Mom, from now on, every day is going to be a good day. Sister Lin, didn't you take a long leave of absence? Oh my, who is this gorgeous girl? This is my daughter, Xiao Tong. Your daughter? You found her? She found me. Sister Lan, I'm heading back to City A. That's wonderful. Wait right here for a second. Take this. I wish you both a safe and peaceful life from now on. CEO Chin, are you planning on moving in? I wasn't sure what you liked, Auntie, so I just bought a little bit of everything. That's fine. You run a massive company out there. You don't find our little home too shabby, do you? Auntie, this place has so much more warmth than where I live. I really love it here. So, how do you plan to take care of my daughter from now on? I will support her in whatever she chooses to do. And if there's ever any danger, I'll be the one standing right in front of her. Mom, we're eating. Why are you bringing this up? Oh my, you're not even married yet, and you're already getting protective. Listen, I'm leaving the Chin Corporation in your hands. Don't mess it up. Take good care of him. He lives such a stifling life. It's incredibly boring. Chin Zemo. When you're out there, stop wasting your time on hatred. I know. Holding on to hate is just too exhausting. Have a safe trip. Actually, he's really just a kid who wants to go home. Everyone finally has a fresh start, and that's what matters most. Bo Yuan, I've come to see you. Over the years, I've hated you. And I've hidden from you, too. But today, I forgive you. We've been too cowardly our whole lives. But look at our daughter. She's much braver than we ever were. Dad, we're doing great. You can finally rest in peace. Tell me, where's the crime scene? Got it, I'm on my way. Your breakfast is in here. Make sure you eat it when you get there. You know you have low blood sugar. I got it, Mr. Chin. I'm going to investigate a case, not going on a picnic. Be careful out there. And remember, you belong to me now. Whatever, I don't have time for this. The victim was clutching this tightly before he died. This is the account number for Qin Boyuan's old secret account. Lu Zhengming was right. The secret isn't buried yet. Hello? How's the case going? When are you coming home? It might be more complicated than we thought. It's tied to that secret account again. Don't try to shoulder this all by yourself. Remember, no matter what happens, I've always got your back. I know. Wait for me, I'll be home soon. Time of death? Preliminary estimate is around 72 hours ago. On the surface, it looks like a heart attack. But I just noticed trace amounts of skin flakes and dried blood under his right index fingernail. There must have been a minor physical struggle before he died. He was desperately trying to protect whatever was in his hand. We checked. The victim's name is Jiang Guangming. He was a retired accountant. It's this account number again. The matter with Qin Yanxing's secret account isn't over yet. Someone is silencing people to keep this account hidden. I need to see you. Right now. Besides Lu Zhengming, who else has their eyes on this account? Back then, only 4 people knew about it. Lu Zhengming is already in prison. My adoptive father is dead.
还有2个人。
Who else knows about the secret account? Shen Mo, the man who started the business with my adoptive father 30 years ago. They ended up going their separate ways because their visions clashed. My adoptive father never mentioned him. It's almost like the man never even existed. Fang, who are you referring to? Let's talk about this later. Let's track down Shen Mo first, Captain Zhang. This is the file on Shen Mo we just got from immigration. He entered the country 10 days ago and vanished without a trace right after. Shen Mo, what on earth are you hiding from? Mom, I'm home. Ah. Why are you back so late today? Here, drink some hot water. Tong, where did this photo come from? It's a key piece of evidence in a criminal case. The man in the middle is Shen Mo. He's currently missing. Mom, what's wrong? Nothing. It just slipped from my hand. Mom, you know Shen Mo, don't you? I don't. I've never even heard of him. What are you doing here? Sister Yun, relax. I just came to check on you. Mom, I'm home. Shen Mo? Detective Jiang, I've heard so much about you. I am Shen Mo. Perfect timing. I was just looking for you. I sent that photo to Zheng Guangming. Why did you send it to him? To warn him to watch his back. Unfortunately, I was a step too late. Sister Yun, it's been 30 years. How have you been? Mom? Wait, you two know each other? 30 years ago, my brother was an accountant at Qin Boyuan's company. And Sister Yun here was my sister-in-law's best friend back then. Shen Yuan. He died because of me. It wasn't your fault, Sister Yun. They are the ones to blame. Those monsters. Detective Jiang, we need to talk. About the person who truly killed my brother 30 years ago. Shen Mo, this is an official interrogation now. You have the right to remain silent. My name is Shen Mo, but I have no intention of remaining silent today. You claim to be Shen Yuan's younger brother. He died in a car crash 30 years ago. Why are you only showing up now? It wasn't a car crash. It was cold-blooded murder. Do you have any proof? Back then? No. Witnesses changed their stories. Physical evidence vanished into thin air, and the case was quietly ruled an accident. I was just a college student back then. I was completely powerless. So I spent 30 years gathering power and resources, hunting down the truth. So you tracked down the money trail from that secret offshore account too? Yes, we all know that money exists. The records prove he was merely a pawn carrying out orders. The real mastermind controlling that account, the one who actually issued the kill order, the true culprit, is hiding much, much deeper than him. So even you don't know who the real killer is. I don't have an exact name yet, but I can tell you something else. 3 months before Qin Boyuan died, he reached out to me in secret, and he mentioned that exact same account. What? He told me the real killer was covering their tracks, and that his days were numbered. He begged me to keep something safe for him. Keep what safe? The evidence. Evidence that's more than enough for us to piece together the identity of the real mastermind behind all this. Evidence? What is it exactly? Captain, we dug up the victim's employment history. Zheng Guangming, a retired accountant for a subsidiary of the Fang Consortium. He exclusively handled their special accounts. The Fang Consortium? The Fang family again. Chen, look up where Fang Jinshu is living right now. She should be out on probation by now. Detective Jiang, what a rare pleasure. Fang Jinshu, I need to ask you a few questions. Go ahead. I've got nothing but time on my hands these days anyway. Do you know Zheng Guangming? Never heard of him. There are so many people in the Fang family's company, how could I possibly know all of them? He was in charge of the special accounts. You expect me to believe you wouldn't know someone like that? Detective Jiang, do you really think catching Lu Zhengming was the end of it? Let me tell you something. I'm just a pawn. My brother is the one playing the game. Your brother, Fang Jinlan? Detective Jiang, what you're investigating right now is barely the tip of the iceberg. Captain, I've looked into all of Fang Jinlan's files. This guy is very interesting. Interesting how? Fang Jinlan is the de facto head of the Fang Consortium, but he hasn't made a single public appearance in 20 years. He lets his sister, Fang Jinshu, attend all the public events instead. What is he hiding from? The business world's opinion of him is completely polarized. Some say he's charitable and keeps a low profile, while others say he's utterly ruthless. Qin Yanxing. This guy, Fang Jinlan. How much do you actually know about him? Fang Jinlan. My adoptive father rarely mentioned him when he was alive. But there was this one time he had a bit too much to drink. And he said that Fang Jinlan is the biggest hidden threat to the Qin family, but I was completely powerless to fix it. Qin Boyuan knew exactly how dangerous Fang Jinlan was. Then why didn't he deal with him? Fang Jinlan is far too cunning. He never gets his own hands dirty. He makes everyone else do all his dirty work. And on top of that, he has some kind of leverage over my adoptive father. What kind of leverage? I'm not completely sure, but I have a strong suspicion that it has something to do with your mother. Mr. Qin, the stock price has been absolutely plummeting since the market opened this morning. Someone is aggressively dumping shares. We've already dropped by 8%. Did you find out who's dumping them? I checked, but the dumping is being done through anonymous accounts operating through multiple offshore companies. The paper trail is way too long. We won't be able to track down the source anytime soon. What about the source of the dumped shares? Are they publicly traded shares? No, this batch of shares is extremely weird. They aren't listed in our registry of tradable shares at all, but their voting rights are completely real and valid. Shadow shares. Pause the meeting right now. Everyone, stand by. What exactly are shadow shares? I heard my adoptive father mention them before. Back in the early days of the startup, they created a special type of shares. My adoptive father and his 4 partners each held 20%. They were used specifically to vote on major company decisions. So what happened after that? Later on, 3 of those partners eventually pulled out, and no one knows where their transferred shares ended up. I always assumed those shares had been voided long ago. If, and I mean if, all of those shares were secretly acquired by the same person, they'd have enough power to force absolutely any resolution through the board, including ousting the CEO. These are the original founding archives of the Qin Group. Ever since my adoptive father passed away, I've never even opened them. 1994, the exact same year as that old photograph. Qin Boyuan, Shen Yuan, Fang Jinlan, Zhou Jianhua, and Liu Mingde, each holding 20% of the shadow shares, with veto power over all major decisions. It says Shadow Board right here. Shadow Board members have priority voting rights and aren't bound by standard shareholder resolutions, which means as long as someone controls the Shadow Board, they can bypass the other shareholders and take direct control of the company. So where did the shares of the other three partners end up? The records show Zhou Jianhua and Liu Mingde's shares were transferred to various offshore companies back in the 2000s, and Shen Yuan's shares were transferred by his legal heir after he died. But look, the heir's signature line is completely blank. Shen Yuan didn't even have any kids. All these shares definitely funneled into the exact same place. Look at these companies. They're all shell corporations tied to the Fang Consortium. 5 people, 20% each. The 20% my adoptive father held went back to the Qin family after he passed. But the remaining 80%, if Fang Jinlan bought it all up, he'd have absolute, unquestioned control. Any decision the board makes, he alone has the final say. He spent 20 years setting up this trap. Step by step, swallowing up the shares of all 3 partners. Even though my adoptive father only had 20%, he was the founder, carrying absolute authority on the board. As long as he was alive, Fang Jinlan wouldn't dare make a move. So he had to wait for Qin Boyuan to die before striking. Or maybe he couldn't wait that long. We can't be absolutely sure yet, but I am not letting him get away with this. Immediately verify the legality of every single share transfer agreement. Do not miss a single loophole. Mom, there's something I need to ask you. I know. I had to tell you sooner or later. Fang Jinlan, what exactly did he do to you? Back then, I had just gotten pregnant with you. Boyuan was absolutely thrilled. But Fang Jinshu refused to get a divorce. She went straight to her older brother, and Fang Jinlan sent his thugs after me. At first, it was just threats. Later, they forged debts, sending loan sharks to hound my parents. Your grandparents were already in their 60s back then. They had people blocking their door, screaming and cursing at them, and someone started stalking me. They were trying to stage a fatal accident. Xiao Tong, sit down. Let me finish. When Boyuan found out, he wanted to take me away. But Fang Jinlan tracked him down. What did he say? He said, either I leave for good, or the Qin family business goes bankrupt. Back then, the Qin Corporation was just getting off the ground, with thousands of employees depending on them. I really had no other choice. I chose to walk away. Mom, this isn't your fault. It's all their fault. Xiao Tong. Fang Jinlan is far more terrifying than you could ever imagine. Promise, Mom, you'll be careful. Mom, I promise I'll be careful. Hey sis, today's tomatoes just arrived. They're incredibly fresh. Take 2 pounds to try. That person? It's been 30 years, and they're back. Xiao Tang. Someone is following me. Mom! That man is right across the street. Mom, thank goodness you're all right. I'll go out and take a look. Damn it, he got away. Auntie, from today on, you'll be staying right here. We have guards on duty 24/7. No one will be able to lay a finger on you. 30 years. I really thought it was over. Ms. Lin, the security system for the entire building has been upgraded. If there's any unusual activity, someone will be here within 3 minutes. Yansing, thank you. They want to pull their old tricks again. But this time, I won't let them get away with it. You asked me here. What did you want to say? Take a seat. Standing around feels too much like an interrogation. I have a document that Qin Boyuan gave me before he died. The contents inside can prove who the true owner of the shadow shares is. And your conditions? My brother's name was Shen Yuan. 30 years ago, he died in a car crash. He used to be the accountant for the Fang family. He found out something he shouldn't have. And the day before he was going to blow the whistle, he had an accident. You want me to reopen this case? I've waited for this day for almost 30 years. The evidence might be long gone. The evidence might be gone, but the people are still here. The living always leave traces. I promise you. But no matter what we find, everything must be based on the facts. Please. I'm begging you. It really is Fang Jinglan. Yan Xing, are you in the office? There's something you really need to look at. He spent 20 whole years waiting all this time to make his move after his adoptive father died. He swallowed up all the shares from the 3 partners. That adds up to 60% of the voting rights. More than enough to oust the CEO and completely bypass the entire management team. He's trying to swallow the Qin Corporation whole. If that's what he's planning. Then I'll just have to make sure his plan blows up in his face. Traffic accident case. Deceased, Shen Yuan. Conclusion, accidental death. Tao, why are you digging up such an old case? Shen Yuan got his hands on the Fang family's internal ledgers. He found solid proof that Fang Jinlan was embezzling company funds. At first, the witness claimed to have seen a black sedan hit him on purpose. But 3 days later, the witness changed their story and claimed they didn't see anything at all. What exactly happened during those 3 days? Because this was no accident. It was cold-blooded murder to silence him. Even though they claimed he fled the country, he basically vanished into thin air. Mr. Shen, There's absolutely no record of the eyewitness after he supposedly left the country. Don't tell me. You know where he is? He never left the country. Fang Jinlan locked him away. It's her classic move. Key witnesses either end up dead, or they just disappear entirely. So, is the witness dead or alive right now? Like I said, the living will always leave a trace. This address. It took me 20 years to finally track it down. If he's really still alive, I'm going to bring the truth back with me. I'm counting on you. Hey. Over here? Somebody help me pry this open. Let's go. How many years has he been locked up down here? Don't be afraid. We're getting you out of here right now. That wasn't an accident. It wasn't an accident. The black sedan, the license plate. The license plate was, I swear I will never let those bastards get away with this. Go call an ambulance and secure the scene. Nobody touches a single thing in here. He's been injected with heavy sedatives long term. For at least 20 years. The brain damage is completely irreversible. Will he ever have moments of clarity? Once the drugs wear off, he might have a brief window of lucidity. But don't get your hopes up too high. Do you recognize this person? Shen, it's young Shen. What exactly happened that day? Just take your time and tell me. The black sedan, it rammed right into him from behind. It was deliberate, not an accident. Do you remember the license plate number? City A74. Xiao Chen, I'll send you the license plate number later. Run a full check on it for me. Detective Jiang. I've heard so much about you. Please, sit. Good tea should be savored slowly. There's no rush. But Mr. Fang, you didn't invite me here just to drink tea, did you? I hear you're looking into a car crash from 30 years ago. That was a tragedy, but it has absolutely nothing to do with the Fang family. Whether it does or not, I won't know until I investigate. Some things are best left alone. You need to know when to back off. Mr. Fang, investigating cases is my job. I don't need your advice. It's good for young people to have drive. Captain, you wanted to see me? The higher-ups saw these reports. What exactly is your relationship with Qin Yansing? We met while working on a case together. I swear, our personal relationship hasn't compromised any investigation. The Bureau wants you to step down from this case for now. Making me step down now would just be playing right into their hands. I'll give you 2 weeks. If you can't produce results by then, even I won't be able to protect you. Thank you, Captain. 2 weeks is more than enough. Detective Zhang, I'm Su Wanqing, a reporter for the Financial Weekly. You said you have dirt on the Fang Corporation. Is that true? The 12 subsidiaries of the Fang Group are cross-guaranteeing each other. And the funds ultimately flow into 3 offshore companies. Money laundering? No. It's much more complicated than money laundering. It looks more like they're secretly transferring assets. I have plenty of dirt on the Fang family, but I'm missing the most crucial piece, the final destination of those funds. You're asking me to team up? Aren't you afraid of getting into trouble? Chin Zemo and I, we used to be. Whatever. It's not important. The point is, I want to get to the bottom of this case more than anyone else. I can work with you. But, on one condition. Any content involving the details of the case must be reviewed by me before publication. Deal. Mr. Qian, mind if we have a word? Get in the car. Fang Jinglan is rallying the board members. At next month's board meeting, he's going to initiate a motion to oust you. How many people have agreed? At least 5 that I know of. He's made a lucrative offer to every single one of them. I haven't agreed yet. Then why did you come to me? What is it that you want? I don't want to be cannon fodder. Give me a reason to stand on your side. If Qin Corporation falls into his hands, what do you think will happen? You've been with Qin Corporation for 12 years. You know better than anyone else. What he wants isn't management rights. He wants to dismantle Qin Corporation and sell it off piece by piece. I need you to guarantee my safety. If you choose to back me, I naturally won't let anything happen to you. I'll get you the list of names before next Monday. Mr. Zhang, thank you for your support. The overseas funding will definitely be in place by next week. Yu Dao, I need you to help me find someone. My former partner back then, Zhao Dahai, he should still have a descendant around here. The guy you asked me to find, Zhao Mingyuan, he lives right here. Let's head up. The signature on this agreement. Is this your father's handwriting? Mr. Zhao, are you all right? This isn't my dad's handwriting. Look, whenever my dad wrote a vertical hook, he always flicked it to the left. This signature, it's fake. As long as we prove this agreement is invalid, his voting rights will be completely illegal. Before my dad passed away, he told me his shares were swindled from him. I just never had the proof. I can't believe it was all true. Mr. Zhao, we need to do an official handwriting analysis. We'll need your full cooperation. I swear to you, I will absolutely bring Fang Jinlan to justice and get your father the justice he deserves. I'm counting on you all. The conclusion is clear. The signature is a forgery. There are at least 7 inconsistencies in the stroke patterns. That's enough evidence. This is our proof. It proves that Fang Jinlan is suspected of forging the signatures of other shareholders. Do you have anything else to say for yourselves? We don't deny the results of the handwriting analysis. But my client should legally be considered a good faith third party. He has held these disputed shares for 20 long years. Legally, this constitutes a good faith acquisition. Besides, the original signer has been dead for years. And dead men can't testify, right? Go back and tell Mr. Fang. He might have prepared for 20 years, and I respect his patience. But this war is far from over. Yutang. This approach isn't going to work. We need more direct evidence. Mr. Shen, is it convenient for us to meet? About your past few decades, I have some questions I need to ask you. After your brother died, you dropped out of school. And then you vanished for 10 years. What were you doing during those 10 years? Those 10 years? I was learning how to survive. A broke, 20-year-old student who couldn't even afford to eat. I went to Southeast Asia. I started out hauling cargo at the docks. It took 10 years to save up my first pot of gold. Every single step, every business deal after that, was all so that one day I could come back and settle this score. You've been preparing for so long. Why wait until now? Because Qin Boyuan is dead. He was my most crucial ally. With him gone, I simply can't afford to wait anymore. You're not alone in this. This time, you have me. This is Qin Boyuan's final trump card. A will, legally notarized overseas 3 months before his death. He knew he might be murdered. So he made preparations in advance. Xiao Tong, Mom still has something to tell you. That night, Boyuan asked to meet me on the rooftop. He said he was ready. Ready to expose everything at the anniversary gala. He was protecting us all along. Fang Jinlan definitely knows about this will too. That's exactly why he's rushing this board dismissal. He needs to seize control of the Qin group before the truth gets out. Then we'll just have to hold out until that day. Wu Dishan and Li Zhenghong. The terms Fang Jinlan offered them: controlling shares of the merged subsidiaries, plus an extra 3% in dividend payouts. Let's meet with Wu Dishan first. He's from the older generation. He still values loyalty. Look, it's not that I don't want to help you. But the terms Mr. Fang offered are just too tempting. What can you possibly give me? Uncle Wu, you followed my adoptive father for 20 years. Before he handed the Qin group over to me, he told me one thing. He said, "Old Wu is someone you can entrust your life to." Let me think about it. Just let me think. What I can give you is the true future of the Qin group. not its carved up remains after the vultures are done. Li Zhenghong switched sides. Fang Jinlan gave him the exclusive agency rights for the Southeast Asian real estate project. That is 6 votes now. Just one more vote, and they win. What's the status on Wu Deshan? He's still sitting on the fence. Fang Jinlan met with him again last night. Wu Deshan won't switch sides just for money. Fang Jinlan is definitely going to pressure him. We need to get to him first and protect him. Yutang. Li Zhenghong has fallen. Wu Deshan is the only one left. How long until the board votes? 10 days. The will is being read 5 days after the vote. He deliberately scheduled the vote right before the will is revealed. Once the removal goes through, it'll be too late by the time the will is read. As long as Wu Deshan holds his ground, he'll still be short 1 vote. And it won't pass. Commander Jiang, I have Lin Yun. Tell Qin Yanxing to give up his voting rights. Xiao Chen, pull up all the security footage around the apartment. A white van, no license plates. Got it. Yanxing, my mom was taken. I'll pull up the footage right now. Just stay calm. I'll give up my voting rights. To get your mom back. No. Yutang. That's your mother. I know she's my mother. But giving in isn't going to save her. If the Qin Corporation falls into Fang Jinlan's hands, every single one of us will be in even more danger. Trust me, I'll handle this. What do you need? I'll do whatever it takes to help. Mr. Shen, you said you owed me a favor. It's time to cash that in. Name it. I'll do everything I can. A white van left the security apartments at 10 a.m. today. I need to know exactly where it went within 24 hours. The police are checking the security cameras. I need you to work your underground network, and Su Wanqing will control the media narrative. Move on all 3 fronts at the same time. Lock down the dorm. This is your battlefield. Got it. I won't let you down. Found it. I've got the traffic cam on East 2nd Ring Road. Pull up the feeds heading east along this route. Check every single intersection. The van disappeared after getting on the overpass. That stretch in the suburbs doesn't have camera coverage. Mr. Shen, the van vanished after taking the south suburb overpass. Any news on your end? Hold on. Let me look into it. Someone spotted that van in the south suburb industrial park. We're still confirming the exact location. I'll have it for you in 30 minutes. Wanqing, you can release the news now. Copy that. It'll be live in 10 minutes. Attention, everyone! Target is locked at the 3rd Industrial Park in the south suburbs. Stay on high alert. Assemble and move out in 15 minutes. Back door. Follow me. Are you crazy? What if you shoot and hit him? You think saving him is the end of this? The Fang family's reach is far longer than you could ever imagine. I'm so sorry. I've caused you trouble again. Mom, this isn't your fault. Who hired you to kidnap Ling Yun? I already told you, I don't know any Ling Yun. 48 hours ago, this account wired you 800,000. Care to jog your memory? I swear I've never met the client. We only communicated through a middleman. Who's the middleman? I only know his last name is Liu. He runs a pawn shop. He just gave me an address and a photo. He didn't tell me anything else, I swear. Captain, I found it. Liu's pawn shop received a transfer of 1.5 million. It came from a company called Hanyu Trading. Hanyu Trading. Keep digging. Look into their shareholders. It's one of the Fang family's companies. We traced the money from the kidnapping. It points straight to a subsidiary of the Fang group. Is there enough evidence for an arrest warrant? We're just one step away. From the subsidiary to Fang Jinglan himself, there's still a proxy standing in the way. Just say the word if you need me to do anything. Just keep the board of directors in check. I'll deal with Fang Jinglan. I heard about the kidnapping. My brother is completely out of his mind. But you didn't look for me just to talk about this, did you? There's a voice recording in here. A week before Qin Boyuan's accident, my brother had a phone call with Liu Zhengming. How did you get this recording? My brother never trusts anyone. Not even me. So I learned not to trust him either. I secretly recorded this myself. Why are you only bringing this out now? Because he kidnapped your mother. I despise all of you. But I refuse to go down with my brother. This recording will be submitted as evidence. I need you to cooperate and sign a witness statement. Attorney Liu, Qin Boyuan found out about the books. You know what needs to be done. Mr. Fang, about the incident. All that money you embezzled, half of it was under my orders. Do you really think you have a way out? We have the money trail for the kidnapping. We have the license plate matches for the cold case. And we have the recording for Qin Boyuan's case. Every single piece of evidence points straight to him. But there's a middleman blocking every single one. The kidnapping of Zhao Jian, the hit and run from 30 years ago, the murder of Qin Boyuan. All three cases lead directly to Fang Jinglan. I am requesting an arrest warrant. Inspector Jiang, I've reviewed the evidence. You're on the right track. But you know exactly how much influence Fang Jinglan has in this city. Without ironclad evidence, I can't just sign an arrest warrant. His legal team will have him out in 3 days. Zhao Jian. Just how solid does this evidence need to be? Direct evidence. Something that proves Fang Jinlan was personally involved in the crime, and not just a middleman, and not through some shell company. Audio recordings are circumstantial. The defense will just question their authenticity. You need something much more concrete. I'll get it. Zhao Jian, get the arrest warrant ready. You won't have to wait long. What? The recording isn't enough? I need more direct evidence. Inside those documents Qin Boyuan gave you, is there anything else we haven't looked at? There is one thing I've been holding back. Qin Boyuan told me not to use it, unless it was an absolute last resort. Well, this is an absolute last resort. He gave me this 3 months before he died. He said that if anything happened to him, I should wait 6 months before making it public. Why 6 months? He needed time. 6 months was enough time for Fang Jinlan to slip up. He predicted it perfectly. He knew Fang Jinlan would definitely wait until after his death to rush in and swallow up the Qin group. He wrote everything down. I've done too many terrible things in my life. The only right thing I ever did was never giving up my love for you. I will testify in court. I'll use my own personal experience to prove Fang Jinlan's 30 years of crimes. I've waited way too long for this day. Now my brother can finally rest in peace. You've known this all along, haven't you, foster dad? I am going to win that board meeting. The arrest warrant has been approved. The overseas notarized will plus Shenmo's witness statement. It's enough. Fang Jinlan's legal team won't be easy to deal with. We cannot afford a single procedural mistake. There won't be any mistakes. I am Detective Jiang Yutang with the City Criminal Investigation Unit. I have a lawful arrest warrant. Open the door. Detective Jiang, you're 2 days earlier than I expected. Fang Jinlan, you are a suspect in a case of intentional homicide, kidnapping, and document forgery. You are hereby under arrest. Young man, did you really think arresting me would end this? The trial hasn't even started yet. Then I'll see you in court. Let's begin. Fellow board members, according to Article 17 of the company bylaws, a joint proposal by shareholders holding over 30% of the voting rights can initiate a motion to dismiss the CEO. The shadow shares held by our client, combined with the co-signing directors, account for 37% of the voting rights. We now formally move to dismiss Mr. Qin Yanxing from his position as CEO. I ask the board to cast their votes. Before we vote, please take a look at this document. This is a supplementary will, notarized overseas by the late Mr. Qin Boyuan. Clause 3 of the will explicitly states that the shadow board provision is voided effective immediately. Clause 4 declares that any transfer of original shares without going through formal shareholder meeting procedures is strictly invalid. The shadow shares held by Fang Jinlan were obtained illegally through forged signatures and offshore shell companies. According to this will, she holds absolutely no voting rights. Therefore, the foundation for this dismissal motion is completely baseless. This will has been notarized abroad and fully certified for legal validity here at home. If anyone has objections, feel free to take it to court. But as of today, this motion is legally invalid. We won. We really won. Where on earth are we going? You're keeping it such a secret. You'll see when we get there. Miss, are you Brother Chin's girlfriend? You could say that. I've waited for this exact moment for 20 long years. The education hall. Will you let me keep holding on to this? I do. Hey, what are you looking at? Captain, you're in the top 3 trending searches. It's all over the internet. Spend less time staring at your phone and focus on the cases in front of you. Detective Jiang, everyone is dying to know. Will getting engaged change your work and personal life? I'm still the exact same detective. The only difference is, now I have someone waiting for me to come home after work. Mom, he's here. Go open the door. The braised pork is almost ready.
Huh?
A multi-billion-dollar CEO actually acting all shy around an auntie making braised pork. Auntie, just a small token of my appreciation. Oh, you sweet boy. You didn't need to bring a gift just for dinner. Quick, sit down and try the braised pork. It's delicious. Way better than any fancy restaurant. You've been such a good kid, ever since you were little. Handing my daughter over to you gives me complete peace of mind. I'll take good care of her for the rest of my life. Mom, how are you even more smitten with him than I am? Because he's way better at sweet talking than you are. Ha 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 ha. Do you still remember that piece of candy? I remember it was strawberry flavored. I've always wanted to ask you, where did you even get that candy? I saved up my snack allowance for an entire month. From now on, all my candy belongs to you.